It's working. My skin looks good. It's very shiny looking today for some reason. I do have a new skin treatment. It's going pretty decently. I deal with some like keratosis, I think that's what it's called. It's like pretty much your skin starts shedding at a different rate than it's supposed to, and it like imbalances, makes you have like extra dry skin that doesn't exactly leave your skin when it sheds. So it creates like easy acne and whatnot. Anyways, that's not why I am doing a live video. There's a sunset, and I'm out of the house today. I am about to go straighten my hair or something. I found a little smokeless tube today. Kind of wondered what it tastes like. Just also getting tired of the vapes, the sweetness of them and stuff. So that's funny. What it is I have narcolepsy, and instead of constantly smacking myself in the face, I fidget and stuff, and something like this is actually a little similar to like caffeine. It stimulates my mind a little bit, and since I'm alone, I don't have any company like ever day to day, for months at a time, and dealing with such severe narcolepsy as I have. It is a little bit helpful if I'm trying to think. I am also utilizing an energy drink for my mystery. $51 is not really a mystery, considering it's about half of what I was given from Grubhub the last time I worked for them. I've delivered for them since, but I thought it was weird when it happened, and it's definitely weird that there is some kind of lawsuit involved for that, and I gotta check for it. That's really funny. Anyways, so I'm rambling because I have been by myself a whole lot. I also am trying to stimulate my mind a little bit after I didn't completely successfully, or I didn't complete my August month 100% successfully. I did run out of food for like 4 days or something. So I couldn't eat 3 times a day, is what I'm saying. I had to go down to 1 time a day, and that matters when you have seizures. So, and dissociative episodes, and diabetes. So, I had a dissociative episode yesterday morning. This past morning is yesterday, and then I got the check. I thought that was really funny in the mail. Or saw it was out there. It may have been from the day before. I'm not really sure. I try to check my mail every day, but sometimes I miss a day or two. Ew. Anyways, I'm not too happy right now, but what's new, you know, but as soon as I get over something, and now it's coming into view, I'm finally getting what I am upset about into my conscious view. You know, it's one of those things, it's like, if you're upset, you know why you're upset, but it's not always. Sometimes it's something that is like so incredibly active and serious and outside of your control that you can't talk about it. And I have been dealing with a couple, you know, like a whole bunch of shit like that for a very, 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 very long time. And when I finally, you know, some things there is no working through, you know, sometimes like when something happens to you, you know, there will never be, it'll never be not angerifying or whatever. It's never going to be something that's explainable, you know. But then there's sometimes things that make you really, really fucking angry that have nothing to do with, you know, somebody doing something to you or about you. So it has to do with your work and your, you know, like humanitarian practices and stuff. You know, like what's best for the kids, what's best for us when we can't, you know, make our own decisions, those kind of humanitarian things. And so when you get people around you who are making bad decisions for the people who cannot make their own decisions, it's a different kind of gross. It's a different kind of silencing. You know, it does have to do with you directly, because if somebody's going to do something to you, you know, when you can't speak up for yourself, you know, they feel that way about you when you can speak up for yourself as well. That's a hierarchy thing that people have, and it is a mental illness. So it is a sign. It is a sign that is someone being very unbalanced as a state of who they are. The thing is that when you've got colleges having to make statements and repeat things, you know, or make statements, that's really what it is, make statements in order to protect themselves from people who are practicing anti-intellectualism, from perverts. That's really what that is. I never thought in a million years as a kid that I'd grow up to be bad, that all my neighbors, like, not my neighbors, honestly, but like, you know, people that were my neighbors, like, at points in my life, like, I would be having to battle, like perverting making everything perverted. So there's the colleges, some colleges over there. There are absolutely no words to describe how depressing it is to constantly be told, excuse me, how stupid I am and how little I know and how I think too much, and then having questions and going to my college, to other colleges. There's like, I'm in like walking distance right here, vision distance of like 10 colleges, and nobody has any kind of like paperwork, like publications. Like none of the papers the students are publishing are accurate. They're accurate from their sources, but only paperwork that's being looked at is like how to make observations, like how to do the reports. The reports aren't actually talking about what like anything that is adds up, the mass out that is like substantial. It's not plagiarism, but in a sense it is. Like it's plagiarism of place rather than like of like full work rather than word for word. Is like an action. And so when you're following along with like other people's studies and stuff, like their ideas and whatnot, like pretty much what I'm saying is like none of these studies that are made are headers. They're all footnotes. All the paperwork that I've been looking at, thousands upon thousands of publications of autism, you know, about autism that's like in the college and stuff. Nobody can make any money off of it. Is what I'm saying. Like the work isn't gonna go any further. It's a comment, rather than a conversation starter. There's absolutely no new research, you know, on the mechanics of it, because nobody has any first-hand knowledge. Everybody's information is adding up to zero because they don't have any place of reference in order to do anything about it. So, and then you have me who has autism spectrum disorder, but the thing is nobody's asking any questions because they don't have any place of reference to ask questions. So it's the upside down 6 or 9 thing. Nobody is asking any questions about autism spectrum disorder. Nobody wants to know anything about it. You know, nobody's worried about it. Like, apparently, and nobody's ever experienced it or any of the symptoms, so nobody can ask any questions about it, and it's really, 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 really crazy. So on my end, as a person who is going through what I just explained, has gone through what I just explained, I am really, really depressed because I am really, really, really depressed. I have, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, nobody, like, you can't make, you know, and write an article or something about somebody, about something that has no market. And if people have completely, taken away any point that's relevant to the condition, and then also put in place something that is directly related to the title of it, unless you break out the crayons like an extensive amount, and nobody's asking, so I can't break out the crayons yet. That's a lot of illegal work, and that is really obvious. And then there's the thing that, like, I have people around me, and, besides, like, literally the very, very small handful of people that I have that check on me and talk to me every now and then and stuff, there is nobody that even gives a shit about that part. That's a lot of really easy money in all ways. Like, so, like, I feel really crazy because, like, it's just not mathing out. And that means I'm sitting on a whole lot of information that a lot of people don't have. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it yet. So, because fun times, like, I have a lot of information that not a lot of people, give a shit about, due to the fact that I have a medical condition that's rare. Which is disabling. So, it's like, people might be interesting, but, like, you're never going to stop there's other reasons why people lie about stuff. I have lied about stuff, to save my life and whatnot. So, if somebody wants to make a story up about, but I know, tons of people that talk about autism, but, like, we're just repeating these last words of people who had to lie to save their lives. That's a very small tidbit of information that is just like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, every day, though, I sit in awe of some of the people around me, and, like, people all over the place, and, like, I was raised, and the people around me are raised to not talk about things you don't know about, to empathize and to learn about other people and their situations, and also the world around me. So, all that goes against everything that I have ever known. And I don't really know what to say about that. It is getting a little warm. So, I guess I'm gonna go home and chill, but I have been working on this medical work since fall of 2003. That is 2026. That is how long I have been studying medicine.